Hello everybody, Titanfall here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about could Titanfall potentially kill COD. Now in the background you're going to see me playing Titanfall, the first game, on the Xbox One due to the fact that it is an exclusive. And I'm using the G something rifle. It's a semi-automatic rifle that you can, if you have a certain attachment, it's full auto and ridiculous. I just got on, so I did not know what was going on. I joined the game late, didn't know what was happening, but without further ado, I'm going to tell you, could Titanfall potentially kill COD? I'm going to say right off the bat, yes, it is very likely. If you haven't noticed recently, Activision is not the most consumer-friendly company. They are not. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care how you respond with that. I don't care what your feelings are about Activision. You have to admit they are not a consumer-friendly company. They're more about getting money, the most money possible, and that's why they're also not making recompatible games for the Xbox One, because they want to make the most money possible, and they just don't feel like they want to make money off $60 games and not make money from older games. Now, Titanfall 2 is approaching, and I do believe that the Titanfall 2 could potentially kill COD. As we all know, Titanfall was really fun. If they fix the couple issues from Titanfall 1, we're going to very well be able to play. Titanfall 2 could very well kill COD for multiple reasons. One, it feels a bit like COD, but it's not COD. And the way that you kill enemies, but there's also a bunch of mini enemies. You have Titans you have to worry about. There's all these different things that are going on, so you could earn points. It's not just you have to kill other players, and it kind of makes you feel like you're good at the game, because no matter what, you're always going to be contributing, even if you are doing something else. An example is, let's say you're not attacking a Titan, and instead you just to go for grunts the whole game. You will get a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of quite a bit of XP and stuff from killing those grunts, which is cool. Titanfall considering it's PvE and not so much PvP, is very, very easy to play, and it's a lot easier than COD, where COD is kind of more challenging. It's just funner than COD, to be honest, because you got Titans you can play as, you got normal things. I'm not hating on COD here, I'm just telling why COD could be overthrown. Yes, COD is a cultural thing, and it's in our culture, but that doesn't mean it can't be taken away. Lots of things can be taken away from our culture. You see things change all the time, and so COD may be overthrown. On the announcement of the next reason I think Titanfall could potentially overthrow COD is the gaming engine. If you're playing, you can't argue this. I am a COD gamer. If you're watching my videos, you're most likely a COD gamer. You'd know that COD has been running on the same engine since, I think, since the dawn of time, essentially. It has been the same engine, same game. Nothing has changed. It's the same engine, and it's not made for stuff like exosuits or wall running or any of that. Yes, you can add that into the game, but the engine's gonna lag and it's gonna get really beat up really fast because it's not made for those things. It was made for standard 2D shooters. Meanwhile, Titanfall's running on a really new, refined engine that can actually handle crazy things. So that's one thing. The engines are very different between the two games, obviously. And the next reason I think Titanfall could potentially outdo COD is because the next Titanfall 2 is going to be multi-platform, meaning that PS4 is going to get it, and it's going to get a lot of sales. Yes, Titanfall 1 was Xbox exclusive, and that did save the Xbox, and it did get a lot of sales. But if they put it on PS4, they're going to get Xbox and EA, I should say, Microsoft and all of them, they're going to get even more sales than they currently do. And that's great for business, because more sales equals more money, even though EA is not as greedy as they used to be. EA has always had this really, really greedy, kind of evil-looking view, when really they're not that bad anymore. Back in the day, yes, they were quite mean, they were quite rude, they were really bad people. Nowadays, they're not that bad. I would definitely say Activision is worse. I am hating on Activision here. This is me hitting on them, not because I don't like their products or anything, but because they're just a very greedy company. You remember my video where the games all want backwards compatible, and I listed like COD? Well, no COD game has been released backwards compatible, or even announced, or even brought up from Activision, which is kind of sad. That's not the reason I'm mad at them, though. I'm mad at them for being so anti-consumer. They really, really have started just influencing DLC into things. They promised that Destiny would have a 10-year life cycle, even though Destiny 2, an actual game, Destiny 2, is confirmed next year. Kind of scary to think about, mainly due to the fact that Bungie said they wanted to give a 10-year cycle, but Activision said, no, we're going all out. Kind of sad there. And that also kind of goes along with the way that Titanfall is. Titanfall is run by EA, and you may be like, oh no, not EA, but there's still a good amount of people playing it, and the servers are still up, and they haven't turned the servers off. EA is not this evil, greedy company they used to be. They're very good now, and eventually, I think people are going to catch on the fact that COD is dying, and no matter what, because of Activision and all them, they are killing COD, and whether it dies slowly or not, that's up to debate, but it is dying. And a new first-person shooter is going to take its place. That's it. That's what's going to happen. I do believe Titanfall could take its place. Now, I am a COD gamer. I do like COD. I'm not hating on COD. I'm just stating that it is very likely that a game could take its place. My biggest assumption would be Titanfall, just because of how good Titanfall was. If you didn't play it, I kind of feel bad because the game is extremely fun. It's not so much replayable. Like you don't play it as it's a bit weird the way it is. It's kind of like, it's like an older COD game. Like you play it once, get to level 50, and that's just kind of it. There's nothing really to do after that. But it is very, very fun. It is a very good game. I really do like it. I do think a lot of my friends, we like it too. We love just messing around in Titanfall. It's fun to just mess around in. You can do, there's all these different cool game types like Last Titan Standing and all this stuff. And when it comes to PS4, I know that it is going to get a lot of sales, and it might even outsell COD. Not saying Black Ops 3 isn't going to. I think it may get a lot of sales. Not sure if it will outsell the game of that, the COD game of that year, but it is possible. It could happen. You never know. I doubt that if Titanfall comes out the same year as Black Ops 3, which same time as Black Ops 3. Actually no, it's not coming out. Never mind. If it were to come out at the same time as Black Ops 3, that's not going to happen because Black Ops 3 has millions upon millions. It's getting hundreds of quite a bit of money already in pre-orders. So, who knows? Also, Titanfall has very, very simplistic. The game is just very simplified. COD has becoming more and more like complex the way the game is. Like Black Ops 3, you have wall running, you have swimming, you have all this stuff. Titanfall, you have wall running and stuff, but for the most part, the game is very simplified, very easy to play. You can just run around, shoot people. You can run and gun. You don't really play objective game types. You can, but they're not as. It's not like COD where like team deathmatch is boring or something. Or like team deathmatch is kind of meh. You'd rather play objective game types. Where in this, you can just play. You can play Slayer all the time because you got Titans you have to worry about. You have to earn your Titan. It's very fun. Titanfall is definitely one of my favorite games out there. One of the better games too. Right up there with COD. And I would say that it could be very possible that Titanfall does eventually kill COD. Eventually, because COD, no matter what, is dying. Alright? You as a COD gamers in general, they've lost faith in the company. Black Ops 3 is like the last time probably anyone's going to care for COD. After Black Ops 3, if Black Ops 3 is a bust, then COD's dead. That's it. It's not coming back. There's no way you can make COD come back. After Black Ops 3, if the games are probably just going to descend, and the game is just going to die, and that's a new first-person shooter is going to take its place. What it's going to be is up to debate. I would put my best bet on Titanfall due to the fact that it is made by EA, very good game, a very good publisher, very good gaming. Well, it's made by Respawn, and EA owns the game. EA owns the game, so EA is not as greedy as they used to be. They're not as mean as they used to be. They're not like how Activision is now. Now, it could be, like I said, it's likely. There are a few flaws that Titanfall has. Example, it's smart pistols. That's it. That's really the only thing I disliked about Titanfall was a smart pistol. I really found it annoying. I thought it could have been. I thought it should have been unlocked later on because even though it locks on to people and stuff, it's just aggravating because you have like all these people using guns and you have that one asshole using the smart pistol who doesn't know how to use a different gun, or they're just doing it to mess around and to be trolly. But hey, you can't control everything. But like I said, it's very likely that Titanfall could outdo COD. Titanfall is a fresh game, fresher game, I should say. It's a bit old now to the game we have, but Titanfall 2, which I am referring to, could very well, and I think it's coming out 2016. Not sure. I don't think there's a release date yet, but Titanfall 2, it could be very, very good and actually do better than the COD games that come in its time, mainly due to the fact that COD is gonna die. Unless Treyarch can make a perfect game and keep everyone's faith in COD, it is gonna die. It is dead. It is a dead game. It's going to die. Ultimately, kind of like how when Halo was a big game, COD came in, kids stole it. Now it's going to be the other way around. The COD's going to get dropped down. People are still going to play it, obviously, but then another game's going to steal it. Now, this could mean that another game could do it. I'm just pre-assuming that Titanfall does, because Titanfall is a really good first-person shooter, and now with it being multi-platform, it could get a lot of people could play it, and a lot of people could like it. It could be very, very good and very, very fun, but we don't 100% know, like, if it does. I'm not stating that, hey, this is gonna happen. No, this is just me thinking here. I'm thinking Titanfall could overthrow COD. It's likely. It could do better in sales. It could just get more people actively playing. It could altogether just be better than whatever COD game in its time is, and that could ultimately lead to COD's downfall. Because if you don't know, Titanfall is made by Respawn. Respawn is essentially Infinity Ward. That's what they are. They're Infinity Ward. That's what they are. They're a branch of Infinity Ward. So the game is obviously going to... That's why Titanfall felt so much like COD, except a lot funner and a lot better, because it had that like COD vibe to it. Even though it's not COD, it's a completely different game, it still was nice. Like that's just really all the reasons I could say that Titanfall could do it. Another first-person shooter could do it as well. I'm just thinking that Titanfall would, because it makes the most sense to me, mainly due to the fact of it being multi-platform, it's going to have a sequel coming out, and the sequel is probably going to be amazing. If it's anything like Titanfall 1, and then if you get Titanfall 1 and then you add a couple things here and there, like make it more replayable, I think that Titanfall 2 could be one of the best first-person shooters known to man, because Titanfall 1 in its time was was one of the most played shooters out there, right up there with COD, which is amazing to think about considering it was an exclusive. So imagine what it can do when it gets onto PS4 and PC, and it's just multi-platform altogether. Exactly. Now, that's just me essentially expressing my ideas about it. That's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe you could leave your comments down below on whether you think COD will die. What game could take over COD if COD dies? That's all for today's video. Like I said, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. That's really it. I have nothing else to share on the subject. So, without further ado, bye.
All units, be advised. We are mission complete. Nice work. Be advised.
I believe I can fly. No.
Do not allow them to escape.